Okay. I am Facebook banned for the next 30 days. Facebook did not like one of my spiritual memes in my meditation group. So I'm going to take advantage of this time to be working on my Instagram and YouTube channel. So I'm going to try to put out more like little videos. I want to talk about amplifying your psychic abilities because I just did my live Facebook feed and someone was asking me a question, how can I amplify my psychic abilities? So I kind of did a fast answer on feed. I want to kind of go a little bit more in depth into this. People look at like psychic intuition, psychic abilities as something special. I'm always saying on all of my videos that all people are meant to be empathic and psychic. We had to come back to compassion and empathy. So a lot of our journey is going through these control drama type of situations and relationships until we get back to who we are. A big part of empathy is keep realizing the interconnectedness of everyone around us. So we have this built-in empathy that was supposed to make it so that we would not harm other people. I'm not going to harm someone. If someone else around me is feeling pain, I'm going to feel it like it's my own. So it's kind of a built-in mechanism so that we realize how interconnected we are, that, you know, we can't be at a low frequency without putting everyone around us at a low frequency, that we're really vibrational. We're getting back to, as we're having this awakening, people are suddenly realizing, wow, maybe I have psychic abilities and spiritual gifts. For a while, going through this matrix, we were at very low frequencies, so our abilities were very dormant. I was on a lot of pharmaceuticals. I always say that I had to get past that lesson and conquer that. It was something that I had to break for my family, that there was a lot of like addictive tendencies, codependent habits, and things going on with pharmaceuticals and these medical systems. So, you know, I came into this family and my parents were not strong enough to do that. I came and conquered those things within that bloodline. And in doing that, I kind of cleared that karma. But when I was on pharmaceuticals, it shut down all of my psychic abilities. While I still may have been a little bit, you know, intuitively tuned in and clairvoyant, it pretty much was a way that I was handing over my power. So there are certain things at play that could be taking your abilities from you. If you're on medications, that's the way people are handing over their power. If you're in a low vibration relationship or one that is toxic to you, and I always say it doesn't have to be romantic, it could be family members, friends. If you have toxic people around you, that is the way that we're handing over our power. We see a lot of people are awakening and realizing, you know, we're empaths, and I might have had this narcissistic type people around me, or I might have had a tendency to draw these type of people to me. We're really getting back to who we are as healers, as empaths, as light workers. So we're noticing that that's one way we're handing over our control. If people are playing the victim, then they're handing over their power. You need to realize that you manifested every person that you've ever dreamed up into your reality, every situation, every experience. And it's time that we let go of the things that are weighing down our frequency. When we're at a low frequencies, our abilities are not going to be so much. When we're at high frequencies, it's going to amplify and bring out any of our spiritual gifts and abilities. A lot of this is letting go of the things that are bad for us, that are toxic for our soul. Another thing that people are doing that is very bad for them is eating GMO food-like products that are low in life force energy. We need to be eating better organic foods, things like that. Anything to raise your frequency. We know that dense foods like meats, processed foods, things like that are bringing down people's frequencies as well. This is about vibrating at the highest possible frequency. A lot of your spiritual abilities are being found through these DNA activations. So you had your awakening. That was your first DNA activation. It was a signal that was either sent to your DNA or triggered to go off at a certain time to kind of jumpstart your awakening, to trigger it. On a cellular level, you were kind of, you know, you were kind of activated for a purpose bigger than yourself on whatever level. So as you start this DNA activation process, you'll realize that, you know, science has a great explanation for your DNA. They say that it's garbage, that this is junk DNA. What that other 98% of DNA does that they don't teach you about, that's the strands that hold your psychic abilities, your powers, your gifts, your abilities, your multidimensional access, and things like that. We are going through some serious energetic changes. It should be purifying you on every level. Any energetic blocks are being released. We're seeing that, you know, people are having these awakenings and Kundalini awakenings and clearing their chakras. The seat of your psychic potential will be your third eye on every level. So we go through this awakening and we begin to open or expand our third eye. A lot of people will tell you that, you know, it's like a one-time thing. You open your third eye, it's open, and that is it. All of your chakras and your energy field are going to be continually expanding, including your third eye. A good way to tell if your third eye is open is, are you seeing the interconnectedness and oneness of everything, or are you still seeing that illusion, that separateness around you? You know, I can really tell when my third eye is on point because I'm seeing the divinity in everyone and seeing things how the universe would see them, right? As perfect as is, including the people around me. You can really tell that, you know, when I went through opening my third eye, I started to have really crazy dreams, right? I can always tell when people are opening their third eye. They'll be like having crazy dreams, out-of-body experiences, maybe astral experiences, and you're usually remembering a lot of these things. That is a sign that if you're dreaming and remembering your dreams, that your third eye is good. A lot of people going through the matrix, when they have their third eye closed, they cannot remember any of their dreams. They're not having interdimensional experiences in the same regard, because that third eye is really an antenna or a connection to other dimensional experiences. A lot of people are having a lot of interdimensional experiences like UFO experiences, alien experiences in the other realms, crazy stuff happening in the astral. We need to realize that we're interdimensional beings, and that just by keeping humanity at a low frequency, it cut us off from our psychic potential, our spiritual powers, our spiritual gifts. And, you know, we're all very gifted in what we're going to be capable of soon. If you want to amplify your psychic potential, the best way to do that is to purify your energy. I always say that we're all channels. Every person here is a channel, whether they're aware of it or not. If you're at a low frequency, you're going to be channeling the lower spiritual and manifesting that into your reality. If you're at a really high frequency, you know, you're going to be channeling the higher aspects and things like that. And you guys need to realize that when you're trying to channel interdimensional entities such as extraterrestrials, angels, right, dragons, fairies, whatever it is you're into, you need to raise your vibration substantially, and they need to lower theirs to be able to communicate with us. So it really just takes tweaking your vibration, staying as high vibe as possible, really purifying your energy too. Like I say, we're all channels, we're all healers. What is going to make someone a more powerful healer would be how pure they are as a channel. You know, their energy is going to be a lot stronger than someone who is at a low frequency and not at a good place spiritually. The best way to amplify your abilities is to use your gifts to assist others. We see with Reiki that every time that you're practicing your Reiki or helping someone else or sending people healing energy or whatever it is you're doing, that you're amplifying your abilities. It's a lot like martial arts, that the more that we're using these things, the stronger they become. The same goes for your intuition. The problem is that we're far too comfortable silencing that intuitive voice, those pulls, right? It could have been something like, you know, your friend wanted to hang out with you. I always say this. Your friend wanted to hang out with you and you really didn't want to, but you went anyway. And not listening to yourself, you silence yourself. When you are always following that internal compass, that intuitive knowing, it's going to strengthen it on every level. We need a lot more time to be downloading information too. We're all kind of like these little computer programs hooked up to the ultimate Wi-Fi experience with this consciousness grid, and we're able to download infinite information from these Akashic energies around us. It's very important that we're taking more time to integrate and with ourselves. That if you want to elevate faster, you want to expand your psychic awareness, you might want to spend more time alone and with yourself and reprogramming. It's very, very important that we realize that we all have these gifts within us, and we're really stepping towards the future of humanity. We saw the past, a place of control dramas, fear, enslavement programs, everything that we didn't want fear-based. And now we're stepping towards the future of humanity, which is all about creating our dream realities, heaven on earth, everything we want to see, and letting go of those fearful, you know, past experiences for good. And the human body is capable of so much more than we've ever led to believe. I hate to say it, but we're energetic beings. Everything is made of energy in this matrix. Yeah, you know, with the educations that we get in the million years of school, we're not getting educated in anything energy. Any type of things that are being taught in college are probably not accurate. And, you know, it's because they don't want humanity to have this energetic understanding, because if I can transform my reality, it's going to affect other people in their realities. They do not want that. To enslave us energetically is the ultimate way to enslave us. So we need to comprehend our bodies and how they are this vessel for consciousness or source to experience itself, and they're really unlimited in what we're capable of. I'm always telling you guys that we hold the code for all of creation within that little blueprint of our own DNA, and we're capable of changing and reprogramming and recoding not only ourselves but humanity during this time. And we need to understand that this is the evolution of humanity, that our bodies are holding much more light, they are losing density, they are crystallizing fast, and we're moving towards the future of humanity where people will be telepathically tuned in once again, psychic, gifted in all sorts of ways, able to see and sense and feel the spiritual around us. So this is about purifying yourself. This is about letting go of the things that are poisoning your soul. This is about detoxing. You guys know that I can't imagine doing this ascension without being on the chlorella and the other detox vitamins. You guys always know that you can come find me if you need me to get that detox vitamin list. Make sure you're detoxing. Make sure that you're letting go of those low vibe manifestations that did not work out. We need to make space to create something new. And, you know, this energy is very powerful this month for manifesting and amplifying our psychic abilities. With this last space storm that just ended, you should be coming to more and more clarity, more and more lucidity. Make sure that you guys are recognizing that. We're always so hard on ourselves and not realizing the abilities that we hold. Everyone has different abilities, and I love to embrace the uniqueness of us all and our gifts and coming together and using them in service of humanity. If you want abilities, be of service. It's the best way to manifest your abilities. The universe will send you more so that you can use them and use your gifts and abilities to be helping other people. I'm going to leave you guys on that note, but like I said, I'll be trying to work on more videos on here. Love and light.